She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed. But that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth, from 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? I see you. We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Thank you for joining me this Wednesday, March 16th, this Monday. Sorry about that. And I knew it was Monday. I don't know why I even said Wednesday. I knew it was Monday because we got to do the Monday prayer. So that was just a slip. But hey, we gonna get back on track. Monday, March 16, 2026. Who we got in the chat? We got S.E. Kawanda, Anita. I see you, Anita. Jeff in the chat. Sincere Runny Ray Real in the chat. Salute to everybody joining the show today. White Widow in the chat. White Widow says you're dressed for sledding. Hey, no, it's a blizzard outside. I had to battle the elements to get up in here. Understand what I'm saying? And I was up early, so I got these glasses on because I don't want y'all to see my eyes today because I didn't even get no sleep. There's a lot going on, and I'm telling you, that's why we need this Monday prayer. Let's get the Miracle Minister Kevin on the lines, Truth Nation. How you doing, Miracle Minister Kevin?
I'm rolling, man. You got me laughing.
Hey, it's a blizzard out here, and it don't stop. I always tell people, I go around the clock. Even it was starting to blizzard, people didn't care. They when they won't help, they don't care. They don't care if it's rain, sleet, hail, or snow. They just want Tory Lowe. They want the justice.
So I heard the White Widow. So yeah, where your ski poles at, bro? Where your ski poles?
Hey, look. I would love to be skiing right now. I think that they got a downhill skiing thing going on in Franklin, Wisconsin. I think they had a one of those where you could go skiing in Franklin.
It's skiing all over the highway right now. Talking about Franklin.
Hey, salute to everybody that's listening to the show that's out on the road.
Skiing all over the place.
Be careful.
Definitely, man. Definitely. If you don't have to be there, leave it alone. Don't be going out to get no burgers or nothing. It's just too much. It's just too much out there. And, we think about it. We had all the rains for the whole day before then. So when it dropped under 32, all that rain became ice. And all the snow is covering up the ice. You don't see that. There's nothing but ice under that snow. So people going to slide, walking, driving, whatever. It's all ice underneath that snow. So you got to be careful. You have to be. And don't go anywhere if you don't have to go. I was kind of surprised you came here today, but, I know
they say it's a blizzard warning. They say it's a blizzard warning. Blizzard warning issued March 16 at 11:06 a.m. until March to today at 4 p.m. So from 11 to 4 p.m.
But they don't mean to get conditions. Means to go stop snowing. Yes, and the ice will still be underneath that snow. And what's going to make it even worse, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be -6 wind chill. So all the snow going to turn to more ice.
This is why you got to get out and shovel now. This is why you got to go out and pre-shovel. My grandma told me that when they used to blizzard, she said, don't wait until it's done, so the ice can freeze under the snow. Go out and shovel it early so you don't have that problem.
Right. And the thing with the city, they couldn't even do any pre-treatment because it was raining all day. Any brine or any salt they would have put down would have just been dissipated because of the rain. There's nothing they could have done. So, like I say, all that rain done turned to ice. And now the ice is covered with snow. And yeah, they're going to go in and get the snow off, but the ice is still going to be there. You know, the flour is not going to remove the ice. So you got to realize that road, it might be black ice, and you may be able to see it. Who knows? But the thing is, it's going to be slippery no matter what it is. So you got to be careful. Give yourself extra room to stop if you have to be out there. You know, don't think it's regular driving conditions. It's dangerous out there, man. You know, so people, even if you're going to shovel, you know, grandma's wise. Don't wait till you get the whole 2 feet of it. Get out there and get a little bit done first. You know, before it gets to be too much, we got to have a heart attack trying to get rid of it.
And y'all got to be careful for those that's out there shoveling. Lift with your legs. Lift with your legs. I was taught to lift with my legs and not with my back. We don't want nobody back going out today.
I was taught to lift with my grandkids. Get out there and get the snow.
Wow.
Yeah, my grandson, bless him.
No wonder grandma trained me the way she trained me. She did one of your methods, live with the grandkids. I was the one. Then I told this story before. Grandma used to volunteer me for all the neighbors, too. She used to tell the neighbors I was going to come shovel their snow. So I used to call myself the snowman because every time it snowed, I had to go and shovel 4 or 5 different driveways.
Did they pay you?
Well, I think they gave Grandma some money, and then Grandma used to give me some money, you know. I believe they did give Grandma some money for me shoveling the snow. I believe that was going on because Grandma used to always give me like a little stipend after I would shovel the snow. And once they got home from work, I would do it before they got home from work. So I'm sure they did, and I'm sure Miss Coleman did, the lady next door. I'm sure she did because she told me just to make sure I had it. Did you get your money from your grandmama? I'd be like, yep. She'd be like, okay.
She gave some cookies and milk and all that good stuff.
Miss Betty Coleman was the best.
Oh, okay. That's good. Sorry. I just want everybody to know, just be careful out there. We don't need anybody to get hurt, lose life, anything out there because of this weather. We from Wisconsin. We know we see it all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, and I see it was 60, 75 on Monday. I told my wife, expect snow later in the week. Last week, Monday, you know, it was 75. I said, it will go snow. But anytime we get that one day of warm weather, we're going to get some snow. And sure enough, we did. So we just got to use a little wisdom that God gives us. You know, use your common sense, whatever you want to call it. But we want to be careful out there because Truth Nation, we love you all. We want you all to be careful and all to be thoughtful, whatever you do. And, you know, you still going to have the people out there driving reckless no matter what. So you got to be extra careful for that.
I seen like a couple. I seen a couple lights knocked down, like a couple, lights that at the intersections that was knocked over from people crashing into the lights at the intersection.
Absolutely. My uncle told me yesterday, Pastor Hopgood, at Mount Horeb Missionary Baptist Church, we went over to visit him yesterday. He said, I think Friday or Saturday when he was going home, on the way home, he seen 5 separate accidents. And that's crazy. You don't see 5 accidents, you know, in a whole year.
Hold on, you see 5 accidents just driving up Capitol. From Port Washington Capitol to 75th and Capitol.
I ain't talking about the same car hitting everybody to keep on running.
No, I'm talking about Death Row. I call Capitol Drive Death Row right now. There's a lot of accidents going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
On Fond du Lac and Capitol for some reason.
Yeah, you know, those are the ones, right? Those are the ones. Stay away from. Pastor, man, Bishop Milton don't drive down Fond du Lac.
Hey.
He don't drive down Fond du Lac because he already know.
I don't even blame him. But what we do need is that prayer because, once again, we got to get on one accord, and it's still going to be a lot going on, even though it's a blizzard. You know, Milwaukee don't sleep. If they can't get you outside, they're gonna get you on the internet. They gonna get you. They gonna go live on you.
Yeah. Well, we want Milwaukee to be safe and be smart. Be smart out there.
Well, we appreciate you, Miracle Minister Kevin. If y'all listening as we go into this Monday prayer, I need us to get on one accord. Wherever you at, I need you to make sure you tap in, and we appreciate you, Miracle Minister Kevin, for being faithful with the prayer every Monday right here on the Tory Lowe Show. And we thank you.
My pleasure, brother. Dear God, with bowed down heads and uplifted hearts, we pray that you will recognize us today as your children and attend to our prayers. Grant us safety during this season. Help your people as they travel to their destination to keep them safe and give safe harbor to those that are unsheltered. Bless those who have to be at work in these conditions and give them strength to endure. We also pray for those that are caught up in the war. Help them to find safety in your loving and caring arms. Comfort the many families that have already suffered loss, both near and far. Lord, continue to watch over our youth in this trying day and time, to where they are given enough good role models out there to learn from. Bless them to be overcomers and future leaders in our society. I speak life and life more abundantly. In Jesus' name, amen.
Anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Hey, look, when we come back, we know that there's no school today, but I got some activities that kids can do during a blizzard, and even some activities for you. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl, DT. You want to mark your calendar. Saturday, March 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Cream City and Milwaukee chapters of the Links Incorporated present the Black Family Wellness Expo at Evolve Church. Free health screenings, mental health resources, nutrition and wellness education, family-friendly activities, trusted community providers, no cost, walk-ins are welcome. Let's strengthen and sustain healthy Black families together. March 28th, Evolve Church. Be there.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
This is The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The People's Champ. Yeah. Yeah. Who the people's champ? Who the people's champ? Hey. people go. Tory Lowe. Who's speaking up for those people in the ghetto? Tory Lowe. Who was like Kenosha on the front line in the snow? Tory Lowe. Who out here righting the wrongs and shining light on these folks? Tory Lowe. Who the biggest advocate that Milwaukee has ever known? Tory Lowe. Who out here finding these babies and bringing them back home? Tory Lowe. If you don't know, then you know. Who gonna be right there with you in that hospital when you shot up?
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. It's a blizzard. It's a blizzard in the city, and I'll tell you this. I was out late. It was so much going on, and people calling me for a lot. You know, I'll say this: only in Milwaukee where it ain't no rest. They don't care what the weather is. There's always going to be issues. And as an advocate, I'm gonna tell you right now, I had to wear glasses today because I didn't get hardly no sleep. I think I kind of was done around like 4 o'clock. Dealing with a lot of people calling me about shootings, a lot of people calling me about just a loved one that is being done wrong during this time where they got no heat. You know, the elders, you know, still some people out here that don't got no heat during this blizzard. It's just so many things happening right now. But we going to keep the faith. We going to keep it going. We going to make sure that we do our part. And, hey, we working. But I ain't going to complain. I'm not going to complain. God is good. But we do got an update on the weather from WISN. If you listening as we broadcast live, let's get an update.
Waukesha close to about 6 inches. Officially at the airport, at least the last total that I saw, which was a little earlier this morning, was 4.1 inches, 6.8 in Sullivan, and about 3 in Kenosha. So a wide range of totals across southeastern Wisconsin, which we did anticipate. Right now, though, still partially covered roads across southeastern Wisconsin. It's still windy, so the snow is going to continue to blow back over roads that have already been cleared this morning. Snow will continue to get lighter as we head through the day today, so road conditions will continue to improve, but we have the potential for blizzard conditions as we head through at least 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, and that blizzard warning is in effect until 4. 3/4 of a mile visibility in Waukesha and Milwaukee right now. Much of southeastern Wisconsin still has visibility down to about a mile. The good news is farther west, Madison now under a winter weather advisory. Conditions are improving farther west, and we'll see that continue across our area over the next few hours. And it does look a lot better right now than it did earlier this morning. Notice West Dallas State Fair Park for a lot of the news this morning, 12 News this morning, you could not see the interstate because of how heavy the snow was and the blowing snow. It's a pretty decent shot of the interstate, but we still have snow-covered roads. You can see that there on the east side. You can see Concordia University still dealing with strong winds and light snow falling. Conditions are better, still not perfect, although looking pretty good there in Racine from our camera.
All right, well, look, I'm going to tell you this. Stay inside if you don't got to be outside. But if you're inside, it can be powerful, especially to my young people that listen to the Tory Lowe Show. I know y'all listening. You know, I go around to these schools and talk about bullying, and it's a couple of schools that I've been just going back and forth, dealing with them, going to the basketball games, kind of checking them out, kind of supporting them because, like I said, we got to be consistent with our message. So I'm working on it. Even though I'm an advocate and I got to get out here and deal with a lot of stuff, I said that once I turn 50, because I'll be turning 50 this year. And I'm handsome, you know, for 50. You know, I mean, look at this little gray hair I got a little gray hair that's starting to pop up, Andrew. That's 50. That is 50. I got a few gray hairs popping up. And I'll say this. I said once I turn 50, I'm gonna start dedicating my time to dealing with the young people. I may pop up with the as a football coach. I might be doing all kinds of stuff. I might go crazy with the youth. I might go out here and just be doing some of everything with the young people. So, like I said, that's my That's my 50 and up plan. So if y'all call me and I can't run out there and do what I usually do, I'm working with the kids. I'm sorry. I mean, like I said, but I'm going to leave y'all something. I got something for y'all. This April, I'll be putting out there something for the community. And join the community cleanup. April 18th, save the date. April 18th, we got the big community cleanup. I cannot wait to see everybody outside for the Tory Lowe Truth Community Cleanup. April 18th, save the date. We're going to be outside. But it's something else I'm dropping on y'all, and y'all going to love it. Y'all going to love it. I'm excited. I've been keeping it under wraps, but I'm going to try to make sure that I give everybody all the information. April, after the spring cleanup, hey, look, we're going to be going into something powerful, Truth Nation. I got a powerful announcement for Truth Nation. We're going to get it in early. But these are the things for all of my young people that's at home right now. For all of my young people that's at home right now, if y'all don't got school, y'all need to be doing that catch-up. If y'all been missing y'all assignments, y'all need to do y'all catch-up homework. Y'all need to do y'all catch-up assignments right now. That's the one thing. That's the number one thing y'all need to be doing. Y'all need to get out the books. Y'all need to do y'all catch-up assignments to get them grades up. That's the number one thing y'all need to be doing. But y'all can have, if you got your assignments caught up, you can have an indoor movie marathon, catch up on your movies, build a snow fort. If you go outside, look, I'll try to make an igloo. I tried to make an igloo one time. It didn't work out. I tried to get there and put together the squares for the igloo. Have you ever made an igloo, Andrew? I tried to make an igloo one time and it didn't come out right. But you can build, something in the snow or an indoor tent. I remember when I was a kid, I used to make indoor tents and, watch movies inside the tent. Grandma used to be mad because I used to use her clothespins. Back then they had the wooden clothespins. So I would pin the edges of the sheet everywhere, all over the house. I used to use her clothespins up. She'd be so mad I used her clothespins. Or you can play board games, video games, read books, do arts and crafts, cook, do some homemade, cook, bake. This is what my daughter and her brothers be doing. My daughters and her brothers and them, they be doing dance parties off the internet. They got where they set up the internet where they start doing dance parties. Sometimes I be watching, I be like, oh, just crazy. They be doing the dance parties. They be fun to watch. If you are, somebody that's single and you by yourself and you ain't got no kids, take this time to catch up on your meditation. They say meditation, learn a new skill or a hobby online, declutter or organize your space. If you are an elder during this time, matter of fact, if you're an elder, you got to stay warm. You definitely got to stay warm. But like I said, do a puzzle. Elders like to do them crossword puzzles. That's their generation. Them crossword puzzles. Hey, you got to be really smart on some of them crossword puzzles to actually figure it out. But the elders, get your crossword puzzle out. Enjoy comfort foods. Do light stretching. Y'all got to stretch your legs. Y'all know during this time your knee go out. Sometimes you feel that ache in your knee. You got to do your stretches now. Make sure you get your stretches in. Don't you look at Andrew doing the stretches. If you're able to get the stretches in, listen to the Tory Lowe show. That's what you need to do. Hey, look, I'll be here with you for the next couple hours too. But look, when we come back, we got Nazir Spencer in for the Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
A message from Tia Mowry, actress and Fair Celebrity Ambassador.
Game day isn't staged, it's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, that same spirit of preparation means everything. Because food allergy isn't a lifestyle. It's a serious, life-threatening disease that can change everything in a moment. But being ready changes the story. It's knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Epinephrine is the only treatment that can stop a severe food allergy reaction known as anaphylaxis. It works quickly to reverse the symptoms and can save lives. As families and friends gather for the big game, we see what community looks like. It's one built on awareness, care, and love in action. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk. It brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Visit foodallergy.org/ready to act to learn more.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks won their game against the Pacers on Sunday afternoon, 134-123. Their next game is against the Cleveland Cavaliers on Tuesday at 7. In college hoops, the UW Green Bay women's basketball team got a 13-seed bid into the March Madness tournament. Their first game of the Madness begins Friday at 5 against number 4 seed Minnesota. Men's Badger basketball lost their Big Ten tournament game against Michigan on Saturday, 68-65 on a buzzer beater. Guard Braden Carrington says they have all the pieces for March Madness.
You have every piece we need. You got shooters, you got two of the best guards in the country. You got bigs once Nolan comes back that have been fighting, and then obviously Ozzy and AB, they've stepped up big since Nolan's been out. So once you get Nolan back in that rotation, I mean, our front court's going to be one of the best in the country, I think.
The Badgers will face off against the High Point Panthers on Thursday afternoon at 12:50. I'm Nazir Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe. Advocate, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe. We can handle this situation two ways, the low way or the slow way. Let's go. Tory Lowe, Mr. 888,
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got the Pop Culture Report brought to you by Nazir Spencer in studio.
I gotta stand up, man.
My boy Nazir in studio.
I gotta stand up for this.
What's happening then?
The Oscars, man. Hold on.
Hey, it's finally here.
Hey, everybody who was telling me last week or the past few months that Michael B. Jordan wasn't going to win over Timothy Chalamet? Hey, I like Timothy. Don't get it twisted. All right? But Michael B. Jordan? Congratulations.
Hey, give him a round of applause. We knew this was going to happen.
Hey.
We knew this was going to happen.
And
I predicted this.
You did.
I predicted this.
You did.
I
know
called
why?
this.
Tell us why.
Because I'll say this. Your boy, because you like, what's his name? I forgot his name.
Timothy Chalamet.
I love him. He yesterday's news now.
Exactly.
He said something about the arts.
Yeah.
And maybe he had a chance if he'd have kept his mouth closed. But he said something about the arts, and I knew it was a wrap.
Man.
Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job in Sinners. And this is the one thing I'll say about Sinners and the way he played his role.
Yeah.
He played a dual role, two twins, and he played them fighting each other.
Man.
Come on now, like he played the twin fighting the twin.
That's crazy, right?
Okay, so what I'm saying is this man is this was a phenomenal performance. You didn't give him anything.
You didn't give him none. He earned that.
He should have got this. It was no other performance done by no other actor that was up that was better.
The only person
than Michael B. Jordan.
The only person that stood
none.
a chance was Leonardo DiCaprio, and he wasn't even going.
No,
he wasn't even going.
He wasn't even close.
Yeah.
If it was a second, they was 2 blocks. They was two blocks away.
It was too far.
Because I'm gonna tell you, you know how hard it is to play a dual role while they walking side by side, talking back and forth, then fighting, then turning into vampires and fighting against that. I mean, the man is a genius, and he made it convincing. And while you was watching the movie, you didn't even see any crack in none of the characters. All I'm saying is the man is an acting genius. Now, he might be having problems with the girlfriend thing.
Of course.
With a lot of the girls and stuff like that, because usually you
come with
Superman even is, he got kryptonite.
Right.
His weakness is kryptonite.
Right.
But what I'm saying is he should have got, it shouldn't have been a no contest.
Look, I gotta give my shout out to Creed, the movies, the 3 Creed movies that he was in. Only reason I'm bringing those up because nobody talks about his acting in those movies, and that's because the sports movie, like people don't give a lot of credit to those type of movies. The sports and superhero movies, they don't really kind of feature those in the Oscar for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe to this day they still don't. They introduced some horror stuff yesterday, so they're obviously trying to blend in all the movies, but still sports and superhero performances aren't as
Well, let me
typical.
tell you something. I would go before Creed.
Yeah, I know.
Fruitville.
Fruitville was
he
crazy.
should have got something from
that was nominated.
Fruitville Station was amazing.
Crazy movie. Such a good movie.
Amazing. He did amazing in that role. Didn't get anything.
The only reason I said Creed is because you could really tell that after Fruitville, it was like up. Like he was ready to like really show out. And those
Killmonger was even a good
Killmonger, the rolling Black Panther wasn't even his movie. He was the antagonist in that movie, and it felt like his movie. Because him and Chadwick was just right there, neck and neck. So after that, the Creed movies just took off. His acting, rep after rep, just taking reps left and right for these movies. And you could just tell that he loves what he does, man.
Let me tell you something. When Charlemagne chimed in on this.
Yeah.
And I think we got some audio on this.
So real quick, a little bit of background. So, obviously back about a month ago at the BAFTA Awards, this guy with Tourette's blurred out the N-word to him and Delroy on the stage. So, that took probably a big margin of, courage to not say something back, So Charlemagne is saying that they paid this guy to do that so that they can win the Oscar. And he's saying,
wow. Charlemagne said this blasphemous.
Yes. And he's saying, like, Michael B. Jordan, he deserved the Oscar, but you can't tell me, he's telling me, you can't tell me that wasn't staged. And I'm like, all right, man, that's pushing. So here's the clip.
Best thing that happened to Michael B. Jordan, the best thing that happened to Sinners was hiring that guy to say nigga at the BAFTAs.
What a take.
That was the best thing. That was the best PR.
Just slow down for a second. I just want to give you a little chef's kiss right here.
That was the best PR.
Because now the Oscar's like, man, if we don't give it to him.
You see what I'm saying? He changed the tide. You get the guy.
The momentum was going with Timmy.
It was going with Timmy. You get the plant to go there at the Tourette's joint.
And that's why they probably left it in the edit, even though they cut out the other stuff.
You see what I'm saying? Yells
now
out, nigga.
Oscar.
I don't believe that they had anything to do with that.
That's crazy.
But Charlemagne just got $200 million from Netflix, and he gonna say whatever Hollywood or whoever pulling his strings tell him to say. Now, to me, that sounds like a straight bot comment that somebody would pay for somebody to do that. Now, he said that to dirty the moment up.
Yeah.
See, he didn't have to say that as a black man.
Right.
He didn't have to say that as a black man. He could have said what I said. That moment right there pushed this moment.
Now
he could have said that without having that they paid, and he could have been sarcastic because he was an intern with Wendy Williams who said a lot of outlandish.
Very true. Yeah.
This is why that brand of talking is over with. Like,
you can't
no, that whole brand is dying out. Yeah. That's why I say like a lot of that shock, conversation. Like, they losing their audience because they went over to Netflix. Yeah. They no longer doing YouTube videos anymore. Yeah. They got, what he got, 200 million?
Yeah, 200 million.
Okay, so somebody written his mouth.
Yeah.
He don't own his words no more. Because if I give you 200 million, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say, and I'm sure somebody put that bug in his ear. Won't you say this? Won't you say that? To kind of push the spike in the conversation. And this is all conversations is now. People just trying to push the spike by saying things that they should never say and disrespect. That's disrespectful to the movie Sinners. Yeah. That's disrespectful to Michael B. Jordan. Mm-hmm. That's disrespectful to what actually took place.
Right.
And I know he could have been saying it in satire, but this ain't the right time for all of that. And that's why a lot of that talk that he doing, a lot of the things that they trying to do now, that's a dying form. It's a dying art form.
He gotta stop. He gotta stop hating. First of all, I don't know what it be. He be saying some crazy stuff, man. Like all the time. Like I'll be hearing you can look up some meme clips of him just saying some crazy stuff at the wrong time. And this is one example. Like, first of all, why would you want to hire somebody to say that to you on national TV? And why would
that's not even true? He said that just so we can have this conversation right here.
Right, that's true.
To pollute the magnitude of what just happened with Michael B. Jordan. I mean, did you hear the people screaming? Hey, can we get the video up of when they announced that he actually won? Look how long the cheers was.
Everybody.
This was a powerful moment, and just like Jay-Z when he stopped the Colin Kaepernick NFL protest, they could pay a brother to come in and kind of cause confusion in the moment.
Right.
And that's what I call COINTELPRO.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And so, why would you say something like that, knowing you got a huge platform, knowing that you got eyes on you, to say that Sinners paid somebody to do this? Now, like I said, I want to believe it was satire.
Yeah.
But that's why that brand of talk is dying out and is slowly going into another direction where, it's being bought. A lot of these people getting these $200 million contracts, and they words don't even belong to them no more. They getting scripts, they reading scripts, and then that's how they making that money. They not gonna get nobody that's gonna really tell what's really going on. That kind of money. This is what you call bought and paid for.
And look, like you were saying, when every time Michael B. Jordan's name got brought up, people were just clapped for a long time, and Andrew got the clip, he said.
Yeah, we got the clip. Let's listen to what happened when Michael B. Jordan got that Oscar.
Such a good super moment.
Michael B. Jordan.
You can feel it right now.
Hey, made me feel proud.
I had goosebumps.
That's what I'm saying. This is a proud moment for for the black community, for black actors, for the black. We talk about hope, we talk about encouragement.
Yeah.
We feel excited when we get things in these spaces, in these rare spaces. And then you got somebody like Charlamagne trying to darken the doorstep of a phenomenal feat. Even the producer of Sinners, in 20 years, he get the movie flat out.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
Never. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's rare. Like they still clapping. So look, man. My whole point is this: Michael B. Jordan, he's now solidified himself as one of the legends. 6 out of he's the 6th black person to win an actor of the year, or actress of the year. Halle Berry, Will Smith, Denzel, everybody.
Well, and now I'm gonna tell you this: we got to stop looking for white approval too. Like, I'm excited we got the Oscars.
We got to make our own.
But we could have made our own, And I think that if we did do that, a lot of those people that would start that, they would get blacklisted.
Yeah.
But they need that energy over there, our energy over there, and even if they don't give us the Oscar, they need the energy because it's boring.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours. You know what I mean? So as long as we excited about something, the ratings go up.
Yep.
And they know it. That's why they use Shedeur Sanders the way they use Shedeur Sanders. That's why he made the Pro Bowl and they was on the losing team because they knew that he would make the streams. He would bring the streams up.
Yeah.
That's what they use us for.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, one day we may go back to when we had our own and did our own things and it was powerful to see. So, but like I said, a great thing that took place, but at the same time, we're going to eventually have to evolve.
Yeah, we got to get
making sure that we have our events which control the culture. Anytime we put our attention anywhere, we control the culture.
Shout out Delroy Lindo. He deserves Best Supporting Actor, but, it is what it is.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Nazir Spencer. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship, because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Your taste buds are in luck. The Reuben is back at Cousin Subs. Try this classic sub grilled to order just for you. Stacked with corned beef, Wisconsin Swiss cheese, and sauerkraut topped with Thousand Island dressing and served on rye bread. And our delicious mint shake is back. Both the Reuben and mint shake can be ordered via the Cousins app or online for a limited time only. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
70 million people in the U.S. have learning and thinking differences, like ADHD and dyslexia. Each has their own story. This is ours. At first, I thought it was just a phase. Then schoolwork became a struggle. Emotions got bigger, and my kids started falling behind. I felt alone, like I was lost in the dark trying to find answers. Then I learned about Understood.org, a nonprofit empowering parents and kids like us. It was like we had a light to show us the path ahead. Whenever new challenges came up, their guidance helped us figure out our next step. We still have tough days, but now we have direction. And I have the tools and resources I need to help my child thrive. No matter where you are on the path, Understood can help you keep moving forward. Visit understood.org/yourpath today.
This is The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Somebody said, Tory Lowe about that action. 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 If you win Milwaukee, Wisconsin, just turn on the radio. You'll hear him shouting, Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, Pop Culture Report, brought to you by Nazir Spencer. Hey. What else is going on out here?
Real quick,
in these pop culture streets?
We still got some before and after Oscars. One positive, one negative.
Really?
So one before. I'm gonna start with the negative. I always start with the negative. Tiana Taylor. I think this was beforehand.
Tiana Taylor, didn't she just drop a Jordan line?
Something like that.
Like a rose type Jordan shoe?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
She did. It just came out. I've seen people on social media opening up the presentation, I guess.
Hey, she was having a blast all night at the Oscars, and she wouldn't let in that supporting actress role. It didn't go to her. But she wasn't letting it bother her. She was having fun, and she was just happy to be nominated. But before the Oscars, I believe it was before, there was some altercation. It was a little weird. Somebody I think
What?
somebody had pushed her and she checked them. She's from Harlem, so she check anybody.
Oh wow.
So she checked them.
Well, she got that attitude where you know.
Yeah.
That Jasmine Crockett type spirit, like
A little worse. Yeah.
What you say? A little worse?
Not worse.
Oh,
But,
wow.
Not worse, but a little crazier.
Yeah,
In a good way.
Okay.
And she kind of went off on this dude, and we got on camera. You know how people get on the internet; they just start saying stuff,
Going
like,
crazy. Once it hit the internet, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you being crazy, all this and that, and look, if you pushing and shoving. You deserve to get checked, especially if you're, a man pushing a woman at some event like that.
Was it intentional?
I don't know. It looked like it,
Or she felt uncomfortable.
It might have been like some security guard that, I think it was some security guard that pushed her or something, out of the way.
Well, she, like I said, she sometimes, to me, overreacts in certain spaces, but she acts like that. That's
just her. Yeah.
That's just the way she acts too. She gets roles like that too.
Yeah. So it fits, but you just gotta. Sometimes you gotta know when and where. But it's okay. Hey, I'm not judging.
Calmer heads prevail.
Yep, exactly. So and then after, Michael B. Jordan went to In-N-Out to celebrate. Got him a double cheeseburger.
Wait
and
a
fries.
minute, hold on.
Yeah, he went just In-N-Out, just walked in. Everybody was
no
praising.
security.
No, he had security with him.
Okay,
ain't crazy, but he went to In-N-Out, got a burger.
Smart move.
Yeah, and then just he had the Oscar with him, holding it, walking around, talking about
He might. Do he got an In-N-Out? Is he invested in In-N-Out?
He
got to be.
He have to now. Some sponsorship coming his way.
He brought a lot of publicity to In-N-Out.
That's a lot of money.
Because if you win an Oscar and you go to In-N-Out, what did he order? Because everybody gonna try to figure out.
It's a
what he
tradition?
ordered.
It's a tradition, guys.
Oh, it's a tradition. I didn't know that.
Hold on, wait a minute, Andrew. You said it was a tradition.
Yeah.
Speak. What's going on?
So because it's in LA and In-N-Out's like a big LA staple, I think the last 5 or 6 years, the best actor's gone to In-N-Out.
Really?
Like Jamie Lee Curtis went last year to In-N-Out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, there's
I
been
remember that. Yeah. I just thought that was random. I didn't think that was any tradition.
Oh, so now it's a tradition.
Big LA thing.
So maybe In-N-Out's in with the Oscars.
You know they end. They end good with somebody.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Hey, that's a lot of publicity. And I heard they got some good burgers too.
It's all right. I'm not the biggest fan of In-N-Out.
When I was in LA, I went to In-N-Out.
I liked it. It was just overrated.
It was all right. It was.
Yeah, people just overhype it.
I like Culver's.
Yeah. Somebody tried to tell me that.
Right.
In-N-Out burger was better than Culver's. I almost lost it.
No way.
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not even close. No. But yeah, that was a cool moment. You just sat down. He didn't even take it to go. He just sat down, ate it. I don't know if that's a tradition, but look, that's cool.
Well,
that's cool.
like I said,
Any
I
artist.
salute whatever he tried to do. What I didn't see was him with a female.
Of course not. He's solo.
I know he's solo, but what I'm saying is the biggest moment of his life. He working hard.
That's cool though.
It's cool. It's cool. You don't need to share a moment, but he
We
does.
saw Bam last
But
week.
like I said, after you see when Bam got his points, some people criticizing Bam. For making history, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Now you got him. He's just solo dolo.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of his, man. I really am. I hope he'll get a lot of big roles now, And once you win an Oscar, especially if you're already popular as it is, I mean, he's going to start coming his way. People are just going to be willing and ready to give him a big check. So, no Fantastic Four movie.
Speaking of big checks, Ray J.
Oh, God.
Ray J is facing more legal trouble. According to reports, the singer and entrepreneur has been hit with another lawsuit, this time from American Express.
Ain't he sick?
Over an alleged unpaid credit card balance.
Ain't he sick? What he doing?
I don't know. They trying to get their money before he passed away.
That's dirty, dog. Oh, man.
He should have paid the balance.
I know, but man.
If they going after Ray J, it's got to be huge. What is the balance on this?
Oh, man.
Andrew, what is the balance on this? Because if they going after you, they usually just put it on your credit report if it's a couple thousand.
Who was suing him? Who was
American Express.
Oh, man. He ain't paid him back.
What they said. How much is it, Andrew?
$78,000.
Okay, $78,000 off the American Express card.
Man.
Because I knew it was something when they said that American Express for to take you to court.
Yeah.
I mean, usually if it's couple $1,000. They just your credit score going to take a hit.
Yeah.
They might just throw it up there,
That's federal.
I'm just saying. He tried to rob. He tried to rob
That's
American
GTA.
Express.
That's GTA.
Wow.
Oh, man, he's different.
That's
What's he
crazy.
doing? He's sick. He can't be robbing people. They going to try to get off on him.
Hey.
Oh,
he
man.
trying to lead his world before he pay him back.
Oh, man, he going to lead us early.
He might lead the world behind bars.
They might leave him. They might make him leave it. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
No, I hope not. Man, you know how they get that money.
They might get him.
Oh, man, look.
That's a felony or something.
Nah, man, that's
I'm
crazy.
just messing with you.
Ray
I don't
J,
know.
Ray J, get it together, man. Hey, we got one more thing that I wanted to bring up real quick. Jack Harlow dropped a little R&B album last week.
Oh no, he said that he got blacker. I don't even want to. No,
what's going on with that?
We ain't finna talk about that. It's trash. I do want to talk about Blueface getting beat up.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I want to talk about Blueface. We not finna even talk about Jack Harlow.
Do we have that video? That's
talk about Culture Vulture. No.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I do want to talk about Blueface stepped in the ring.
Oh man, he got whooped.
And got knocked out.
He got whooped bad, man.
By who?
I don't even know who that. He was a big dude, man. He was
Chibu.
He was throwing hands. He got hands. I ain't gonna lie. For a big dude, he got hands.
Oh no, he was sweating Blueface.
Blueface was getting knocked back.
Blueface had a lumpy face after he got beat up.
Man.
I'm trying to tell you, this match, I wasn't even interested in it.
You watched it though, right?
Because it was a streaming idea.
Yeah.
What's the dude, the streamer?
What was it?
Aiden Ross.
Was it Aiden Ross?
Yeah, it was Aiden Ross.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, these streamers trying to get into boxing now, they trying to throw these events because they got a lot of people watching.
They get money.
They making a lot of money, too.
A lot of money, yeah.
They making a lot of money from these celebrity boxing matches, but I didn't know that this Blueface was going to get beat down like that. He talk all this,
That's what I'm
crip.
saying.
He
Yeah,
talk about, this is what I'm saying. A lot of this, like gangster style, like I'm gonna do this and that to you. It's all imagination. It's all imagination.
You gotta be.
Because the way this boxer Chibu handled Blueface, they should disown him from he a crip?
Yeah.
They should disown him from the clip.
Yeah,
he should never do a C-walk again.
Oh man, Andrew got the clip right. Oh man, watch
they
this.
playing the clip.
Watch this.
Sir, I'm talking about this is a big dude.
Super big dude. Like you can't even. Oh man, you can hit him, but it won't hurt him.
No, let me tell you something. Blueface got beat down in this match.
That's
at least from the clips I didn't see, because like I said, I had to go back and watch it. But all these people talking about all this gangster stuff, all this like we gonna do this, then they get in the courtroom and they get behind closed doors and they start telling. Like a lot of this is imaginary.
Why you think they got guns? They can't fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he got
That's
exposed.
what I'm saying.
He got exposed.
So he got exposed, like he got beat down, and then you know how people try to put up a front like they got them hands.
Oh yeah, he was
doing all of that at first, and all of a sudden he fell through the ropes, got knocked through the ropes.
That was the funniest clip.
You can't believe none of this Hollywood stuff. Like you can't believe none of this marketing. I call it marketing.
Yeah, it's great marketing.
When it get to the real, it ain't nothing.
Chibu was serious too.
It's a lot of he was really serious. He needed to prove something because he fighting Blueface. You know he couldn't go home if people say he got beat up by Blueface.
Nah, no.
He had nothing to lose. He was like Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
In Tokyo, he had nothing to lose.
Oh man, there was a crazy like there was like a two-piece he had on him, and Blueface was like stumbling. He was like looking like what? Like what's going on? And after the fight, he was like, "Yeah, man, like it is what it is." He got his little two pieces in. I'm like, bro, you got knocked out the ring.
Mo the Elephant said, "To be fair, it's not the same weight class. This is celebrity boxing."
Yeah, celebrity boxing.
When you do celebrity boxing, it's just a fight.
It's just celebrities.
It's just whoever get hit, whoever can stand up, whoever can make it past the time limit.
Whoever get in, that's what happened. It don't matter.
Hey.
No weight classes in celebrity.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for coming through, Nas.
Yes,
hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, I got a question for Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to senior writer for ESPN's Handscape, Mark Spears. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
Another function of white supremacy, don't teach black people stuff, because if you give us a little bit of knowledge, we'll invent something totally new. That's why it was illegal to teach slaves to read, because if we could read, then we could write. And if we could write, we could communicate. And if we could communicate, we could plan. And if we could plan, we could strategize. And if we can plan and write and read and communicate and strategize, we could overthrow white supremacy, because they've always known how fragile it is.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. Hey, how many degrees is it right now? What they say, 23 degrees? It's a blizzard going on. They got a blizzard warning going on right now until 4, right when the show ends. Hopefully it's over and the streets is cleaned off when I get out of here, because the streets was messy when I came in. I risked my life to come in. It was a lot going on. You walked over here, Andrew. You don't know the risk you got to take to drive.
I had
on
to
these
walk
roads.
across some sidewalks.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is the roads are trash, but maybe they didn't clean it up. I'm going to see at 4 p.m. they saying that they have this blizzard warning, and it ends at 4 p.m. So hopefully when the show ends, maybe it's a little salt on the streets. Maybe I can get up out of here and have a safe walk out of here. But what I do want to talk about, because there was an interesting conversation that I had with some adults, and I want to bring it to Truth Nation. Also, I have somebody calling in today. There was a situation that I posted online. I want to talk about it. There was a situation that was posted online about a young 17-year-old that went out with other 17-year-olds and was admitted to a local Milwaukee club. And a fight broke out, and the 17-year-old ended up going to Children's Hospital. And now it's a spotlight on clubs, and should teenagers be involved in clubs, and where the parents at, and who let them in, and how did they get a section. So that's going on too. So I've been working with the family. I just made sure that they got in contact with some media outlets. So that story is going to be out there tonight. I'm hoping that I can get them on the lines today. They're in the middle of an interview right now with some TV stations due to the post that went out there. But I'll tell you this: a lot of people were saying that it was the parents' fault that the child was at the club.
Not the bouncer?
Yeah, not the bouncer, not the person who was supposed to reread the IDs. But they're saying that, okay, well, a lot of people was blaming the parent for this. But then some people fired back. Hey, look, it's the club. It's the club fault. Maybe they should have carded. But I think this was an inside job. I believe that if a group of young underage people got in and they got a section and they got bottles, like if this happened, allegedly, if this took place, this is an inside job. This is an inside job. And hopefully the family call in. They're in an interview right now, so it's going to be on the news tonight. It's all over social media. The post went viral. I'll say this. There's a lot of people allegedly coming out and saying they was in the clubs at a young age, like before 21. This is what they were saying. Like, a lot of people, obviously, I missed it. I was a deacon in church, so I was in church, my 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then I went off to school. Then I went out in Iowa. So I didn't really go out to a club until I really got like 23 or 22, 23. So I don't know what it is to be sneaking in clubs at a young age. That's all I'm saying. So this is a huge thing that's going on. And no matter what side you're on, I'll say this. I left grandma's house at 17. I didn't leave and go into no club area. I didn't do nothing like that. But I left grandma's house and went off and did my own thing. I got married at 19, to my oldest son's mom. So when I was 19, I felt like I was grown. Well, okay. Well, we got some of the family members calling in. Once again, this is a story that's going viral right now on social media. And we got one of the family members that's calling in. I'm going to give y'all a little recap on what's going on. Hold on. Let me get to it. Now, I'm going to read this so y'all can get up to speed before we get the family member on. Hold on a second. After a group of 17-year-olds were involved in a fight at a local Milwaukee nightclub, a family is pressing charges after family says their teenager was admitted to Children's Hospital after being harmed by security. Dominique Reynolds is on the lines. How you doing, Dominique?
I'm all right, and you?
Hey, look, it's a lot going on with this story, with the young man being involved in a situation at a nightclub, an underage situation at a nightclub. What's going on?
Yes, so we actually have spoken with everyone involved and met with the people that we needed to meet with to get everything cleared and stored away. We are coming up with more and more information as this story grows, and it's just a lot. It's a lot.
So when we talk about just the fact that these young people, because it was a group of young people, from what I understand.
Correct.
And when the group of young people, they were let in and they had a section, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yes, the section was $400.
$400?
And they were paid. Yes, they were paid and everything. And I guess that's why IDs wasn't looked at, because they were already set up in the venue.
Well, a lot of people online when we posted this story, and I told you, hey, they're gonna ask the question, what's going on with the parent? You know what I mean? If he's young, if these young people are in the club, a lot of people was giving a pushback on the parent, but a lot of people weren't giving a pushback on the fact that they were allowed in the club. They got past security. They got past the person checking the IDs. What's going on in that from that standpoint?
Initially, the kids were told, the parents were told that the kids were going to the movies and were supposed to be doing some other activities like round one and things like that. Okay. The whole time, I guess the birthday girl had a different plan and, purchased a section. So they ended up there. And that's what one of the other girls' mom said. She thought that she was at the movies. So we're getting everything, piece by piece. But yeah.
So,
and that's, I guess, basically they knew security prior to getting the section.
Now, allegedly, security was familiar with one of the young adults involved in this.
Yes.
And they allowed this to kind of get to this point. Or is that true, or is that something that we're still looking into?
That's something that we're still looking into, but it's facts.
Oh, wow. So where are we with the situation? How is the young man doing? He was at Children's Hospital being looked at. What were some of the things that you have taken note that have happened? How bad are the injuries? Who did it? How did that happen?
It was to the point where after he left the hospital, he did have to go to work and could not go to work due to this. He is embarrassed by this. He basically is stating that he had to deactivate his page and everything to keep his mental together because it is taking a toll on him. And he didn't think that it was going to, be this big or whatever. But, yeah, and he's not originally from here.
Oh, wow. Have the family heard from the club, the nightclub involved in this? Anybody from the nightclub?
No, we haven't. We have not spoke with the nightclub. The nightclub has not spoke with anyone at this, particular time, as we were just told after our interview.
Now, in the comments, I seen a news article of a previous situation with minors allegedly going into the establishment. Is this something that is a one-off, or does this establishment kind of has this type of reputation? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people coming forward saying that basically this is not uncommon. Basically.
Yes, this is where the $80 came in. Last month, February 28th, I believe. Yeah. They were in the facility then.
Oh, wow. So
yeah, and we also had another story where a 17-year-old girl actually left the bar and got in her vehicle and ran over a security guard before there as well.
Really?
So yeah, it's a lot of different. Yes, there's a lot of different things coming about, and pool parties. Minors naked in the back. Outside during the summer. All type of different things have been going on in this club. Yeah. I actually had another family member that was involved in that, but it didn't go, the way it was supposed to go. Some other things happened, so.
Well, since I made the post, and since the post went viral, the media has reached out, and also one of the bouncers from the club reached out. I think I, spoke to you about that. A lot of people are saying that there's other sides to the story, but how do a group of young people get into a nightclub in a section with bottles?
It should have never occurred. It should have never occurred because there's rules and protocol and regulations for each club here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and all over the world, to where you have to be 21 and you have to show identification.
Oh, wow.
I don't step nowhere and no one doesn't check my ID. I get checked all the time. So,
right.
And they look like kids. Why weren't they checked? Even though they had a section, why ID still wasn't checked?
Now, do you know why the fight started? Was it anything that the young people was doing? Was it anything that security was doing? What took place here? What was this about?
Basically, the story was the bouncer actually was putting someone else out the club, and the kids, they were, you could see in the photos that he was standing on the couch. 2 phones were lost inside the couch. They were told by the bottle girls to stand in a specific spot until owners move this couch so they can retrieve their phones. That's what they were doing. The bouncer approached them and went for the guy in the group because they're trying to explain to them why they didn't want to leave the club yet, because they were waiting on someone to retrieve their phones. And he wasn't hearing it. And since he was already riled up from throwing somebody, I guess, across the parking lot before this, he targeted them, and he actually hurt more than just my nephew. It's more than one person. It's a girl, her braces is off her teeth. Another one, their leg is messed up to where she think it's broke. So, yeah, it's more than just my nephew.
Now, the family has contacted the police over this.
Mm-hmm.
The family is pressing charges.
Yes.
Do we know
due to the fact of the recklessness?
Do you know which security guard? Is there a specific security guard, or is it just the club security?
It's an investigation going on, so we have what we need. But yes, everything is verified.
Okay. Well, look, I appreciate you for bringing this story out, Dominique. Also, it'll be on the news stations tonight as well. What do the family look to get out of this? What does the family want the community to know?
We want to speak with the alderman just to get an overall good, view on what we're expecting here in our city. Like, we just want to understand, why did this happen? How did this happen? And what are we going to do moving forward with this facility? Because what we don't understand. Yeah, it's not just us. It's more than, us. Well, it was 8 other minors with this minor. So it's 9 minors in you guys' care, and recklessness like this happened, and no one took any names, ages, reports of the injuries, nothing. Now, what if something else would have happened? They wouldn't even have a head count of who they had.
Was anybody else injured in this situation? Any of the minors injured?
Yes. 2 other girls are injured.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
A bracket fell off. A bracket, I guess somebody punched her in the mouth, and her bracket to her braces is gone. So she has puncture wounds in her gums, and then one of them has, had to go to therapy because she was thrown, and her leg is probably broken, and she's trying to understand because this is the person that she was communicating with. One of the,
Wow. That sounds like a lot. We're still trying to figure out all the details as well. And I appreciate you for calling in, Dominique, to let us at least give us a kind of an insight on this situation that's going viral right now on social media. Once again, I appreciate you for calling in today. And I will call you when we get off the show to make sure that we are taking the proper steps to try to get to the bottom of whatever took place at the club.
Okay.
I appreciate you for tapping in.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. All right. When we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows, and I'm 24, so like I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
My spirit, cause the devil trying to kill my spirit. Feeling myself two-step, then I do my dance. Advocate, take the charge, play your hand. All white like a swan, stepping with the sauce. With the pep in your step, guess you should've brought the sauce. Cut the check, say the truth, know I'm feeling better. I need to go to therapy and we could go together. They just opened up my heart, told them it was a drought. The enemy tried to tear me apart, it just can't happen now. The dirty bird to the judge, middle fingers up. The ops in my hood, middle fingers up. They thought they was doing good, now they in the mud. The jury knew it was good, verdict not guilty. The judge tried to steal me, I'm out on bail land, and the cops tried to peel me, but I won't tell, I got the feds on my back, I ain't nothing like you. They done raided grandma crib, now she calling on you. I just beat the case, feeling
101.
but I'm still not out of woods, cause I'm
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we're going to open up the lines. A situation happened at a local club, and some teens inside the club. When we talk about this situation, it's one thing when I posted this situation, I saw that a lot of people was saying that the parents need to know where their children are after 10 p.m. And then you got some people saying that the club should have not allowed minors in. They should have done a better job of checking IDs. Plus, this was a group of young people with a section, with access to bottles. And then from there, whatever situation took place, they saying this was over a cell phone. Now, I'm going to keep names anonymous, but one of the bouncers did reach out to me. I'm not going to say his name, but he did reach out to me. And I have to read, because this is what he said. This is what the bouncer wrote to me. I'm going to read it to you. He said, I asked him, he reached out to me, and he said that he wanted to, it was get your facts straight before you post something like this. Now, I didn't even post it. This was the family that said this, and I always do this But I said, well, what is your side of the story? What are the facts? And he basically said, dude who got choked swung on one of our guards first. I grabbed the guy in a standing chokehold and was walking backwards toward the door to get him out. He went to sleep in the progress. He choked him so hard that he put the kid out. He said, I never struck him, although I easily could have. Mind you, I'm 5'7", 140 pounds soaking wet. The guy was at least 6 feet and much heavier than me. That would have been much worse. Concussion, broken structure, visual damage, or worse. He was handled accordingly. He said he handled the situation accordingly, according to this security guard that reached out, and no one inside knew they were underage. Thank you for your response. This is what one of the bouncers wrote me. So I did a little digging. Because, you know, it's always two sides to a story, and I'm going to make sure I read that because that wouldn't be fair to him for just trying to explain at least what he was saying, you know, to me. So I got to do that. But at the end of the day, I did a little digging. Come to find out, this bouncer is a fighter, a professional fighter. Yeah, no, don't put up that ain't the picture. That's the picture of the young man in the doctor's appointment. But the bouncer, I'm not putting up no pictures or nothing like that. But he has a son that competes in like martial arts competition or something. And the bouncer is very skilled in fighting, period. Like he probably should have his hands registered because, you know, once you get into that level of fighting, you got to have your hands registered as lethal weapons at many times at a certain level of fighting. So I don't know. He said that he was 5'7", and the kid was probably 6 feet. But this guy is a professional fighter or amateur. I don't know what level he's on, but he has plenty of pictures of him competing in fights, a lot of fights. And his kid or one of his relatives, maybe his kid, most likely, is a beast. In either boxing or I don't know if it's martial arts. I wasn't there at the event, but it's a lot of pictures of that. So all I'm saying is there's a lot going on with this situation, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. The police have been contacted, and the family just wants to know what took place, how did they get in, who allowed them in, and was there any inappropriate behavior going on? To me, it seems like this was an inside job. Somebody from the inside that was probably, you know, allegedly maybe knew this group of young people, and they let it happen. They let them in. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines. We're going to keep the lines open. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, this is the night you don't want to miss. The Analysis Live is back, March 27th at the Riverside Theater in downtown Milwaukee. You never know who's going to step on stage. The Analysis has shocked the crowd in past years with surprise appearances by Giannis and Stephen A. Smith. This year, Ric Flair headlines The Analysis Live. The WWE legend, the Hall of Famer, the Nature Boy. You know there will be plenty of surprises. Friday night, March 27th at the Riverside Theaters. Lock in your tickets now. TALiveshow.com. That's TALiveshow.com.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work, the groceries, The cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks won their game against the Pacers on Sunday afternoon, 134-123. Their next game is against the Cleveland Cavaliers on Tuesday at 7. In college hoops, the UW Green Bay women's basketball team got a 13-seed bid into the March Madness tournament. Their first game of the Madness begins Friday at 5 against number 4 seed Minnesota. Men's Badger basketball lost their Big Ten tournament game against Michigan on Saturday, 68-65 on a buzzer beater. Guard Braden Carrington says they have all the pieces for March Madness.
You have every piece we need. You got shooters, you got two of the best guards in the country. You got bigs once Nolan comes back that have been fighting, and then obviously Ozzy and AB, they've stepped up big since Nolan's been out. So once you get Nolan back in that rotation, I mean, our front court's going to be one of the best in the country, I think.
The Badgers will face off against the High Point Panthers on Thursday afternoon at 12:50. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In times of doubt, his words ignite.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, if you want to chime in on what we just heard, a 17-year-old and some underage teens involved in a situation in a Milwaukee nightclub where bouncers got involved. The young man got choked out. You know, they said, and I didn't read this part because I just saw this from the bouncer. I asked him what started all of this, if you don't mind me asking. He said it had to do with a lost cell phone. So the Dominique and the bouncer both agree that this started with a lost cell phone, and then he goes on to say it had to do with a lost cell phone, which I'm sure was just misplaced and they were over-intoxicated. He said they were over-intoxicated. They probably found it when they got home. This is what he said. He said they probably found it when they got home. But Dominique says that they lost the cell phones in the couch. That's why they were standing there to go in the couch to look for the phones.
but also over-intoxicated teenagers who shouldn't have been in the club.
Right. I mean, but he just said he basically said he didn't know. He said, and no one inside knew they were underage. This is what he said. Okay, well, I don't see how they get a section, a $400 section, and I don't see how they get bottles without being carded. I go out here in the 3rd Street Market Hall and I get carded. And they know me. I got gray hairs. If you got gray hairs, you should never get carded. I got a few gray hairs growing in, and what I'm saying is I should never get carded. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. If you want to comment on young people being in clubs, hey, maybe you got in the club at a young age. Maybe you was young and partying, young, wild, and free at the clubs. I want to know, did you? I mean, what did y'all do? What was your first club experience? Was you a young person? How were you able to get in? I need the inside tips. You can remain anonymous. 833-212-1017. We ain't trying to get nobody in trouble on the show. But a lot of y'all grown now, so y'all don't care. Hopefully y'all kids don't go and do it. But if y'all want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. But this was Mo the Elephant says fake IDs. Fake IDs is how he got in the club. And I'll tell you this, I'm finding out that a lot of y'all was out there in the clubs at a young age. Out there consuming the alcohol at a young age. In the clubs, getting through the security. I need y'all to call in. Y'all ain't got to say y'all names. Because y'all got kids now and you don't want them to know because you in church now. You going to church. Well, the Elephant says, Tory, easy. My mama may be listening. Okay, I'm not gonna throw that out there. LaRon Taylor says, man, I was at Victor's when I was in high school. Went home with a woman and she dropped me off at school the next day. Oh, wow. I had somebody's ID and it worked all over town. Oh, wow. Damn. I know, but look, a lot of people saying this is not nothing new. A lot of underage kids is out every weekend at these clubs. We just talking about this club in particular because the story went viral. And one of the kids had to go to Children's Hospital. If y'all got some insight on this, let me know. 833-212-1017. We got Miss Nikki on the lines. How you doing, Miss Nikki?
How you doing, Tory? And thank you so much for accepting my call. So Tory, and I could, you said my name. I'm fine with it because my kids are grown now and they know the story.
It didn't even say.
I don't have to.
Andrew should have put the anonymous on there. Yeah. Look, tell Andrew to keep y'all anonymous if y'all want to tell the story.
No, I don't have to be anonymous. I told my kids, and I had a fake ID. Actually, I had an ID of a cousin who we looked a lot alike because I'm tall and she was tall. So I had her ID, and I used her ID for a couple of years. But the first time I went into a club with having an ID that's not mine, I was at least 18 years old, and I was already out the house and in college, right? But I'm going to tell you this, Tory. This is what I explained to my kids and also my granddaughter now who's 15. I said the club was fun when I wasn't supposed to be in there, right? When I got as of age to go in, it wasn't as fun because I already did it. So don't ruin it by trying to be grown older than, grown up before you're supposed to be, right? But I would say this. One thing that we did do when we were too young to be in there, Tory, we tried to act like we were older. So we kind of blended in. No, I just had an ID that wasn't even me. Honestly, and the only thing you had to do was really act, you dress up, you played a part, you looked the part, and we was able to get in. But we also tried to act like the other adults that was around. Okay. We knew that we wouldn't want to ruin our opportunity of getting to this club again if we got in there and we kind of acted up, right? But at the end of the day, I would honestly say, if something were to happen to me, or and I hate that this happened to a young man where he ended up in the hospital, but it would have been honestly, and if same thing would happen with my children, it would have been my responsibility along with the owner of the club, because we're supposed to really know where our kids are. Right. Especially right now today, Tory, when every kid has a cell phone and you can track your kids, so you should know where your children are. So I do say that parents do hold a portion of the fault, but then also, not allowing these kids to pay their way in and allowing them to be in because they got the money. These kids got some money. Right. See, back then, we didn't have enough money to have no section and no bar, bar service. We were just trying to get in there and get a drink, but exactly, they had bottle service, so these kids had some money. Now, the bigger question is, where did they get this money from? Because a bottle costs that. We're talking about $300-400, right? So that's a whole nother conversation. But I snuck into the club, and I'm going to tell you, it wasn't what it's all cracked up to be, especially when you got old enough to be there, because I was like, I did this already. So it to me, it was more like child's play. I just wanted to share that story.
Well, thank you, Miss Nikki, for sharing that story. Next time, Andrew, we're going to have to keep her anonymous. You got to put that story out there. Hey, look, I appreciate you for tapping in, Miss Nikki. We got an anonymous caller calling in with a story about underage sneaking in the clubs, whatever. How you doing? How you doing today?
How you doing, Tory?
Blessings.
I'm doing good. How you doing, Tory Lowe?
Blessings. How you doing? I appreciate you for tapping in.
Doing well. Yes. Now, listen. I get that, Tory. I can relate to the children wanting to go out and have some fun, have a good time. What we need to be doing is creating venues for these children because they don't have anything to do. What I did is I went to Papagayo's, Tory, since this was the confession hour.
Mm-hmm. What happened?
And what happened when I went there, the floor was bouncy. I had a Jerry curl going on.
Oh, wow.
I was looking pretty fly. Yeah, I was looking fly, Tory.
Was it a kitchen Jerry curl or you went to the shop?
I had the little drip, the S curl, drip.
The Soul Glow.
Yeah. It. And then I had the baggy pants and everything, and I had a good time, However, there's something happened in the club where I had to throw my date up under the table. I was the first one out, and I jumped in the car, and I was gone. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You threw the date under the table, you ran out and got in the car and drove off?
Yeah, I was the first one out the door. The police came, and
oh, wow.
It was crazy. It was crazy back in the day. So you don't want to grow up too fast, Tory. These situations where you're getting choked out and doing all that, just wait. You'll have go where you can have some fun at. That's my advice to the young people. And we can create all kinds of, like the Bucks games. They need to go to the Bucks games.
That's a party. They got DJs. They got lights. They got camera. They got action over there. You got Giannis.
Hey man, they talking big, but they need to be doing big with these kids. That's my end result. They need to be taking these kids to the Brewers games by the busload so they can have some real fun.
Okay,
we did.
Well, look, I appreciate you for tapping in and telling your story because obviously a lot of people first experience was underage in these clubs. I appreciate you for tapping in. We got another anonymous caller on the lines. How you doing? Thank you for calling in to the Tory Lowe Show.
Hey, how you doing today?
Blessings. What took place when you were younger and dealing with these clubs?
Well, my first experience at 17 in Milwaukee was at Club Nostalgia's on the east side. Oh my God! It was good for the young and being in the club. Nothing bad never happened, and I think it was good for.
Hello? Something happened? Oh, wow. It must wasn't meant for him to tell that story. It must wasn't meant. He got zapped. They zapped you. We got another anonymous caller. We're going to take one more anonymous caller before we run the break. How you doing?
Hello.
Blessings.
You hear me, Tory?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm anonymous.
Here we go.
I'm anonymous. You don't know who I am. I'm very anonymous.
Here we go.
Tory, I just wanted to say anonymously that when I was younger, and I have heard somebody in the last week or two state this on your show, that you could go into bars. They didn't make a big deal about it. It was like jaywalking. There was a law, but it was never enforced. So if you walked into a bar when you were 16 and ordered a Miller High Life, more than half the time they were going to serve you. Okay, I heard another caller say that last week, Tory. But the answer to this is before my time, just a few years before, if you went to Kenosha County, all the Illinois kids had to wait till they were 21 to drink. In Kenosha County, they had bars. I think they were called 3.2 bars. And that means you could buy alcohol, 3.2% of alcohol or less. So a can of beer, 3.2 and less. So they would have these bars that only served beer and not liquor. Okay, so those bars were frequented by people 18 to 21. It gave these people something to do on a Friday and Saturday night. So if you keep the alcohol content low, give them a place to socialize, I think it's a great idea. That's what I think, Tory. They should reopen these 3.2 bars. And I'm saying that anonymously. You would have no idea who I am, Tory. But on that note, I'm going to go, Tory. I want you to have a good day. Get out. Be careful on those roads. They're slippery, Tory. Bye-bye.
Thank you, anonymous caller, for tapping in. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Calling all seafood lovers, the lobster salad sub is officially back at Cousins Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce, and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay, all on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
At Versity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
Gruber Law Offices, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today if you've been injured. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right?
You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Now the party has begun. Get your hat, put on your shoes. Tory Lowe is coming through. Tory Lowe, get on the floor. You want some more? Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I want to head over to Minnesota where it was a lot of fraud going on in Minnesota. Well, they set up these nonprofits to feed the future, to feed the kids. And now they're saying that many feeding our future defendants pleading guilty after living the lifestyle of the rich and famous off the taxpayers' money. We got some video and audio if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's check in on this.
Court records indicate a number of Feeding Our Future defendants may be ready to take plea deals from the government and avoid an April trial. Scheduled court proceedings on the docket next week are now listed as plea hearings for 7 individuals with family ties, including Sulman Youssef Mohammed, whose company is accused of stealing $10 million from the federal child nutrition program. The group had tried to get the trial moved out of Minnesota, but a judge denied the request. The apparent developments come as the U.S. Attorney's Office is dealing with a major loss of talent and experience, with at least 14 attorneys resigning from their positions since January amid Operation Metro Surge. Fox 9 asked U.S. Attorney Daniel Rosen about the impact the departure of the office's top 3 prosecutors would have on the ongoing case. He pushed back.
Well, I think our prosecutors in the Feeding Our Future cases that have been working on it for the last 4 years might disagree with regard to who is the top 3 and who wasn't the top 3. We have an enormous amount of institutional knowledge here in the office that all continues. As I've told you, we keep our head down, we charge forward. Is there some loss in some institutional loss in knowledge? There's always institutional loss in knowledge in government, and then you pick it back up, and the teams keep handing off the batons, and they carry them forward.
All right, well, they got somebody. They rounding folks up. Now, these people was living a lifestyle of the rich and famous. I'm telling you, $10 million. I wonder, do they have to pay restitution? And they said that it was money they was trying to move money out the country back to where, whatever country they was from, Somalia. And so here we go. Like, do they get to pay? They seem like they're pleading guilty because they got a sweet plea deal. So, hey, look, I'm going to sit 4 years, but I got millions of dollars sitting back at the crib. You know what I mean? Like, you take millions of American dollars and put them in them countries, some other countries, you can live like a king. Hey, do you think that they had to give some of that money back, or did they catch the money that was on them? I think when they started raiding the houses, they was finding money and cash in the houses. But what I'm saying is, if it wasn't a guy that said he would sit for a year or 2 in prison and not give up the $1 million, I guess the $1 million came to him through what? A default bank?
Yeah, I remember we talked to GP about that before.
$1 million came through a bank default, and I think he removed the money from the account, but he went to jail for a year because he didn't want to get the money back.
Right. Would you sit in jail for $1 million?
Yeah, I mean, depends on who you leaving the money with, though. All right, so you go to jail. You move $1 million around.
All right.
Do you trust the $1 million to be there when you get out?
It's got to go to my mom.
So your mama hold it down?
Oh, yeah.
She wouldn't spend a penny of it?
No, not a penny.
Okay, so, but like I said.
Who would you give it to?
I'll give it to Jesus. You know, like, well, that might not.
Fred Jesus?
Hey, he the only one that might not spend it. You telling me you gonna leave some money with somebody $1 million? You finna sit. You finna sit for 1 year, and you gonna leave. You gotta leave somebody the $1 million. Fans all over you. Everybody trying to get the money back. You cannot leave this money with your mama because that's the first bank account or the first person they gonna try to find out if then they're gonna press her. They're gonna have her sitting in the jail.
Well, it can't be somebody that you know.
I'm
They're gonna
just
spend the money.
saying.
Can't be your girlfriend for sure. Maybe your kids.
They gonna have even more like incentive to spend it because you in jail and they got needs.
So I'll come back to, I think my mom's the right answer.
They might get her. They might, all I'm saying is you done took the $1 million. The bank gave you $1 million falsely, but you took it. They come at you, hey, you took this money. We know you got it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to sit down. It just, to me, depends on who I'm leaving the money with. If I'm going to leave some money with somebody that's going to spend it, I'm going to give it back. Because it's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. You can run through a lot of money. You start buying Lamborghinis. You start eating shrimps and steaks. You start acting wild with it. $1 million is gone like that. You start buying Louis Vuitton. You start buying gold chains, jewelry. It's over.
So you would just give the money back then? You don't have a person?
Because it depends.
You don't have an answer for me.
I might have to, I might have to think about that. I might leave it with Liz Brown. I might look at Liz, hey, you can spend 10%. Hey, but we got to save some for the movement. Save some funds for the movement. Hey, I may have to give her that look. 10%. Hey, look, when we come back, Troop Nation, we going to have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had
around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And high winds knock out power to more than 75,000 We Energy customers across Wisconsin. They saying that this happened Friday, where a lot of people lost power. We in the middle of a blizzard warning. When I saw this story, I'm wondering, going into the blizzard, was power restored? Do we have an updated?
Power was restored on Friday.
Okay, power was restored, so they didn't have to go through nothing. Well, we don't need to play the article then, because if they resolved it, then fine. Because I know that somebody was reaching out to me saying that they was afraid that they was gonna hit the blizzard without no heat. And so, like I said, these landlords, I think there should be some kind of severe penalty if they allow elders and young kids to go through something like where it's 23 below and you ignoring phone calls to fix the heating situation, where it ain't no hot water and it ain't no like heat going on, not due to them not paying the We Energy bill, due to you not doing your job as a landlord and honoring the landlord-tenant agreement by keeping things up with the unit. I believe it should be something criminal going on. I believe it should be like that's the life and death situation. You could cause people to freeze to death, especially if it's kids, especially if it's an elder. Now, we had an elder last year that came on the news and said she believed that something extremely bad would have to happen for her to lose her life, for somebody to really do something about these landlords allowing people to almost freeze to death, opening up their oven to try to keep the house warm with no heat and no hot water. I understand what I'm saying. I believe that at some point, when these landlords are putting people in a life and death situation due to the fact of the neglect, the slumlord going on in the city, I believe that there should be criminal charges. That's what I believe. Because ain't no way you letting the temperature drop this low, they paying the We Energy bill, and you ignoring text messages of people trying to say, hey, look, we don't got no heat. It's finna be a blizzard. We ain't got no hot water. And you up there looking at the text messages, watching Netflix. That's insane. You better get your butt down to Menards and get a furnace or try to fix that problem. Look, we gotta make sure that we can't keep having these stories every year, talking about it, and we need to push for our lawmakers to do something extreme. It's extreme conditions where it should be an extreme punishment. Also, I want to talk about this. There was a man in a tow truck that got shot by a Milwaukee police officer, but the girlfriend is now speaking about her version of events. Once again, Milwaukee police shooting where a man was shot in a tow truck. They got video of this. Now the girlfriend is speaking to the media. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Hey, Christina, the passenger was Otto's girlfriend, Emily Hernandez. She tells us Otto picked her up on his lunch break. That's when she said an officer came up to the tow truck calling his name, but there's conflicting stories here. So this started around 10 a.m. near 12th and Burnham. Police tell us Otto was wanted for a parole violation. Investigators say Otto refused commands to get out of the truck before speeding away, but Hernandez says she didn't hear any commands, only the officer saying Otto's name. Once Otto drove away, Hernandez says she told him multiple times to stop the truck. She says Otto did stop twice and the officer never got off. But the president of the Milwaukee Police Association tells us from his understanding, Otto never stopped the truck and the officer couldn't safely get off. That's when police say the officer shot Otto.
He could have took out his taser. He could have tased him. He could have shot him anywhere else. He shoots him right in the head.
Wow.
There's only one way to use lethal force. We don't shoot people in the leg. We don't shoot people in the arm. You shoot to stop the threat. And that's what the officer did.
Was the guy in the tow truck driving away the threat, or was the officer the threat? I mean, I don't know. How did he get on the side of the truck holding on? Did he pull off? How did he get on the side of the truck? Was he trying to drive off and the officer jumped on the truck? And where's the body camera? Where's the officer's body cam? Do the officer have body camera footage? Andrew, do we have any kind of body camera footage?
We don't have it yet, no.
Okay, because that's what we need to see. That's gonna cut everything out. That's gonna cut all the speculation out. What he coulda, shoulda. We're going to hear all the words he was saying while he was holding on, and we're going to see if he got on that little step by the door, because the tow trucks had that little step right there before they step into the cabin of the tow truck. And if he got his foot and stood there and aimed at his head. Okay, there we go. We got this. It looked like he's standing up on the little ledge. The girlfriend said he stopped a couple times. I don't know. We need that body camera. Because a lot of times, like I said, police officers in these situations can use discretion. They can use discretion, but it seemed like he kind of stood up on that little ledge and pew pew. But once again, you put yourself in a crazy situation. You see an officer hanging on the side of the truck. You need to stop. I mean, okay, this is already went too far. It had already went too far. Once you see the police officer hanging on the door, that means you got to stop. To me, because now this is a gray area now. I done seen officers shoot people for less and got away with it. For less. He on the side of the tow truck riding down the street. That's a gray area right there. Who are you to say what he could have did in that situation, and you going down the street, driving down the street with the officer hanging on the door? Understand what I'm saying? So, hey, when the police is involved, they get a lot of leeway when things get crazy. I always tell people, when things get crazy and the police officer around, his job is to gain control over the situation. And until he gain control over the situation, it depending on what you're doing, it opens up a door for some extra that probably wouldn't happen if you would have just settled down. And I ain't for if he had the opportunity to take another shot. But like I said, the police union president is on the news saying, we not here to play with you. We not here. If you get involved in something and we feel like it's a threat, basically what the police union president was saying is the police officer's job is to take you out. Stop the threat completely, which means is a nice way of saying we gon' hit you with the pew pew where it hurt. And you're gonna end up in the dirt. That's what this is basically what he basically just kind of said it in a nice way. So when y'all out there acting crazy and the police get involved and it get out of hand and it get gray, they there to do whatever they got to do to get things under control, even if that means to take your life. They ain't there to shoot you in the leg. I want to get this out here because the girlfriend was like he could have did something else. No, the police union, they just got a raise. They just got a raise. And he said a headshot ain't a bad shot. That's basically what he said. Stop the threat. So when y'all get out there and start acting crazy, y'all see the police coming around and you out of control, he just told you in a nice way. Calm down or get laid down. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. When I hear somebody say, my job ain't to keep you alive or to shoot you in the leg or to shoot you in the arm, or I'm there to I'm there to stop the threat completely. All right, well, you can only talk about it now because there's already a life been gone. But I would love to see the body camera footage on this situation. Hopefully they release the body camera footage. And if they don't release the body camera footage, they saw something on that body camera footage that they didn't want us to see. Or they don't want us to hear. Because he was saying, he was, whatever was coming out of his mouth. All right, well, I think we got a caller that's calling in. Do we got time to take a call before we run the break? We got a time. Who we got on the lines, Andrew? We got Sean on the lines.
Yeah.
How you doing, Sean?
Just because I'm listening to you right now. Mm-hmm. I think this situation, both individuals had a choice. Mm-hmm. Yes, he should have stopped. However, the police officer put his own self in harm's way to me once he seen that vehicle's moving. Why hop on the truck? Why hop on a tow truck when the vehicle is moving?
Right.
It just don't make sense. That police officer had a choice. Now, by him making that choice, I'm just making an assumption that he tend to use lethal force.
So you say he jumped on there? He was playing cowboy.
Yes. If he wouldn't have jumped on that truck, that man still be alive. Yes, he was wrong from pulling off, like his girlfriend said. The police officer had plenty of chances to jump off that truck when he stopped once before. That police officer made a choice to stay clinging on, and then for the president of the police association basically saying it's okay for them to do that, even though that police officer put himself in harm's way, I think that's BS.
Right.
Whoever this police president is, he needs to be fired himself. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, he'd be saying the police officers is wrong. But now it seems like he condoning it for them to give a headshot.
That's basically what he said. Run it back, Andrew, so we don't get no misconception. We ain't making this up. Run what the police union president basically said. The girlfriend said he could have shot him in a different place in the leg and the arm. He came and doubled down and said their job ain't to do none of that.
Where else?
Yes.
He shoots him right in the head.
Let's listen.
There's only one way to use lethal force. We don't shoot people in the leg. We don't shoot people in the arm. You shoot to stop the threat. And
there you go.
He shoot to stop the threat. Again, when that police officer made that choice to jump on a moving vehicle. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That police officer made that choice.
And most tow trucks have a step where you know.
Yes.
And so he was standing on the step, holding on the window.
Yes.
Hey.
And like his girlfriend said, he could have tased him or something. He could have got off on the first thing smoking when it came to a stop under 5 miles per hour.
Well, we need that body camera. We need that body camera footage because we didn't see if he stopped to give him an opportunity to get off or not, and he refused to get off when he stopped. So this is why I say we didn't see the body camera footage. You can't tell me the officer is all officers. When you make a stop, you're supposed to have your body camera footage on.
But why would the girlfriend lie?
Oh, I'm just saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, what I'm saying is she was there, but what I'm saying is they need to show transparency and show everything.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Marvin Drucker said, let's stop justifying bad behavior, body cam or not. So let's stop backing the bad behavior that's going on. And basically, once the officer was hanging on the thing, basically Marvin said he should have just stopped. Game over. Hey, can we take Al? We gotta wait till we come back for. Well, Al gonna do more than 30 seconds. Al, hold on. When we come back, we got Al on the lines. We got some talk to text. We got some chat. We're gonna try to get to it all when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch The Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need the $100 hookup. This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the $100 hookup. And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavani's.com.
A message from Tia Mowry, actress and Fair Celebrity Ambassador.
Game day isn't staged, it's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, that same spirit of preparation means everything. Because food allergy isn't a lifestyle. It's a serious, life-threatening disease that can change everything in a moment. But being ready changes the story. It's knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Epinephrine is the only treatment that can stop a severe food allergy reaction known as anaphylaxis. It works quickly to reverse the symptoms and can save lives. As families and friends gather for the big game, we see what community looks like. It's one built on awareness, care, and love in action. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk. It brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Visit foodallergy.org/ready to act to learn more.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
When a detective won't investigate, take the case to Lowe, the one you trust when you can't trust the system. That's Tory Lowe, the one who got his feet on the ground and his ear to the street. When you just need someone to advocate on your behalf, Tory Lowe. We need more like you. We need more like you. We need more like you.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance, a place that believes in who they can become. At Milwaukee College Prep, we set the bar high with strong character, high expectations, and academic excellence. Starting as early as age 3, MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee because we believe every child can achieve greatness. And the best part is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com, because Milwaukee College Prep is where brilliance begins. Hey, look, we've been talking about this situation with the tow truck. We got the lines open where all Milwaukee police officer shoots a man driving away in the tow truck. They said he was going at a fast pace. Officer had to react. I want to get your reaction. We got Al on the lines. How you doing now?
I'm doing fine. First thing I want to say, the behavior with our people need a major reset. I never could understand why they please won't give it back to them people in England. This behavior is not for our people when they are of class, substance, pride, and integrity. And from history, this behavior have never been about blacks. So please give it back to them people in England, because their history shows it. But my question is, why is it when it comes to white people dealing with cops, and these cops is dealing with white people with knives, AR-15s, tie irons, moving vehicles, anger? They always know how to reason. They know they always how to talk them down. They always know how to cry afterwards, because Jacob was going to jump off the top of the building when he had an AR-15 pointed at his face. They always know how to reason. And you have to understand when people, yes, they have empathy, but when you have police officers say this, that's in their heart. They was breeded that way. They was raised that way. When they take a fart and breathe, that's in their heart. So I ask all the black people and the people who choose to be hood, give that mentality and that mindset back to them people who came from England. That is not in your history, and that is not your culture. Give it back, and you will see how more afraid they will be. Stop giving them the fire and the gun to come after you. Give that mentality back to them people in England. They know who they are, and it did not start with us, because that's not from our culture. Give it back. Bye-bye.
All right. Hey, look, I'll say this. This is an interesting topic because, once again, the officer said he was in fear for his life. And how many times we heard this scenario? I just think that they should have released the body cam so we could get the officer's perspective. Because if he just standing there, on the step, like he ain't about to fall off, and he was going fast now. So whatever had to happen, I just want to know if we can see the body camera. That's just me. I want to say no more. Release the video. We got video footage. Why we can't see it? That's just me. We got Kathy. How you doing, Kathy?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Blessings.
What I can't figure out, thank you. What I can't figure out, I'm not getting upset that the person got killed or not killed when I'm going to go into that. What I can't figure out is that I wouldn't jump on a moving vehicle myself, no way, because once you jump on, it's hard to jump off with traffic. And then shooting them in and then grabbing them and hitting them in that van, you can injure a lot more people that's walking the streets or driving. So other families have to have consequences. I mean, they have to get hurt based on this driver and this cop. I would have never jumped down there. Maybe he could shoot the tires out, like that. So I'm not saying something's justified, not justified. But I didn't like how the mom said. So he's always running like that. He likes it so and so. He likes to have a chase. That's what he does. Well, then get him some help. You know what I mean, like that. But that's his MO. That's how he rides. He rides like that. He's running from probation. When you're
so this
running
wasn't his
high
first
like
rodeo.
that. No, it wasn't his first rodeo at all, and it wasn't going to be his last rodeo. So sometimes you can't pick how you're going to go out in this world. You can't pick that. That's not your choice. That's up to the Lord and the devil down there, okay? So at the end of the day, I'm not feeling sorry for him or his family. He seemed like he was a trouble to the community to begin with, but that officer could have endangered somebody else by socking the guy and him endangering himself. And if me and you are driving or crossing the street, or he shoot this guy, this truck is going to be going all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no control at that point. You know what I mean? And no one else was going to be able to control that unless you actually sit in there. You can't control that truck, and you hanging on for dear life yourself. So the whole situation is that the officer, I would have jumped on there. I would have shot his tires out and let him go. They would have got him eventually because, see, life comes around again, okay, full circle. But I would have never jumped on there like that for his own life. And then for the life of the people that was driving, not for the guy that caused the incident that they were looking for, but me and you are pedestrians out here. Me and you got our car sitting here, and then you hit something. And chances are the guy didn't carry no insurance. So I'm not feeling sorry. And they said, well, he's always like that. His mother said that. She looked like she was left over from coming up out of – she looked like she came out of a sewer from a drug addict house. Look at her. She looked terrible. Her son wasn't a bad-looking man, but she looked terrible. So I don't know what was going on in their life, but people always got to say, oh, and I can't stand people say, oh, they didn't get paid by the city. Why do people think because their loved one got hurt, they didn't get paid by the city? All we know is numbers. It's numbers, not the innocent bystander or the person that got hurt.
Look what happened to Joel Acevedo.
That was a trumped up. That was ridiculous.
Hey.
That was ridiculous. I don't have nothing to say about that case. I worked down there, but that was plumb ridiculous. They got rid of everything. Let them sell the house right away. They tried to get rid of everything. I couldn't believe how that case went. Somebody should have came and looked into that. They could have had the feds come in and looked into that because that was starting crazy. They was drunk, partying, drinking, and everything jumped off.
And they
tried
to
get rid of all the evidence.
They worked to dismantle whatever happened that night.
Ain't that the truth?
Hey.
There was a gay party gone bad during COVID, okay?
Oh, wow.
There was a gay party gone bad. They're all out there partying and getting into it with each other, and they didn't want you to know that. I'm going to tell you something about this police officer, the director down there. He should have been renewed a contract. And if he renewed a contract, it would have been the same pay or a demotion in pay. He wasn't going anywhere because he didn't get the job in Texas, okay? He wasn't going where he just still kept that job. Everybody want to retire, get their pension and Social Security, then go to a little small town and live a good life. See, that ain't even going to work out for you. I wouldn't have renewed him for that amount of money because he was going to stay anyway. I mean, we need to do something different. They're training these people. We should have access to how they train. But that being said, like you said, they look at a certain color first, and even when they go to jail, we're going to try to work this person to get this. He needs mental health that black people don't. Bring a black psychiatrist on and a white psychiatrist on and ask them with retired judges why y'all make these decisions. You can pull records up of how they sent a black person in jail versus a white person who did the same crime or less, okay? And we all know this ain't new. We're not old school.
Right.
This is what it is, and it's going to happen 20 years from now, whether you're old school or new school. Learn what's going on, because don't do the time. Don't do the crimes you can't do the time, because it is different, okay? Join organizations and stuff that are positive, okay? And then I'm going to tell you another one. Y'all get some renters insurance and tell your kids to get renters insurance. You have a disaster or a flood, and then buy some life insurance. Don't go and GoFundMe asking somebody to help me out, because I'm not helping y'all on some dumb stuff, okay? I'm going to help somebody out who has cerebral palsy, got cancer, and needs some help, okay? Not somebody out here reckless driving, and your kids didn't have no insurance, and you're going to turn around and tell somebody, oh, you can't afford this car, the lady with the Jaguar. I don't give a damn about a Jaguar. I'm going to tell you why. A Jaguar ain't worth nothing, and most people in Wisconsin don't have one. They wouldn't know what it looked like if they got one, because Jaguar styles have changed, okay? You can't afford a Jaguar or to get it fixed, but you don't get out of a car and start shooting on somebody. Learn the road of the road, streets of the road. You know what the roads are? It's learn the driver's book. And what happens, you can exchange information. If you don't feel you can exchange information safely, you call the police or you go to a police station and make your request. You don't get out of the car and start arguing, cussing with anybody, and taking your personal life and all the stuff around you out on that person that don't even know you. You just
all right, Kathy. Hey, Kathy, I appreciate you for tapping in, but we got to run the break. Hey, look, she would have, she had a lot to say. She is a lot going on, and I appreciate you for tapping in. Marvin Jenkins in the chat says, there are some of us that just want to live life without the riffraff out here. This can be a great city. White Widow taps in and says, that's a public threat, justified. The tow truck driver, she's saying it was justified. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Chicago Bulls legend and 6-time NBA champion Scottie Pippen is working with Sotheby's to auction off some of his personal memorabilia.
Once I got in the NBA, I just, I kept my uniforms and I just threw them in the closet, and over time, the closet turned into a room. And, I just knew that there were value there, but I didn't know how much.
That's Scottie Pippen on the Bloomberg Business of Sports. The Scottie Pippen collection is worth more than $6 million, with some items going for over $1 million alone.
I got some pretty special things there. I know that the flu game jersey is a pretty hot item. I got Michael Jordan's Olympic shoes from the gold medal game.
Those Michael Jordan Dream Team Olympic cakes could go for over $2 million. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Y'all look. Y'all are thinking hard right now. This is what it is to bring it back. This is what y'all bring back. Put the phones down. Put it all together.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7. The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks won their game against the Pacers on Sunday afternoon, 134-123. Their next game is against the Cleveland Cavaliers on Tuesday at 7. In college hoops, the UW Green Bay women's basketball team got a 13-seed bid into the March Madness tournament. Their first game of the Madness begins Friday at 5 against number 4 seed Minnesota. Men's Badger basketball lost their Big Ten tournament game against Michigan on Saturday, 68-65 on a buzzer beater. Guard Braden Carrington says they have all the pieces for March Madness.
You have every piece we need. You got shooters, you got two of the best guards in the country. You got bigs. Once Nolan comes back, that have been fighting. And obviously, Ozzy and AB, they've stepped up big since Nolan's been out. So once you get Nolan back in that rotation, I mean, our front court's going to be one of the best in the country, I think.
The Badgers will face off against the High Point Panthers on Thursday afternoon at 12:50. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Seven The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. There's something coming up. March 27 at the Riverside Theater, the Thanasis Antetokounmpo hosts the Analysis Live with the WWE Hall of Famer and global icon himself, Ric Flair. It's just isn't a cameo. This is not just a 5-minute interview. This is a full live show, high energy, unfiltered storytelling, behind the scenes moments you've never heard. And if you know the analysis, you know that he's going to bring the juice, the energy, the laughs, the surprises. And when Ric Flair grabs the mic, whoo! You know, give me your best woo. Woo! Anything can happen. Tickets are limited. Don't wait. Lock in right now at thenalisshow.com. The Analysis Live, March 27th at the Riverside Theater, presented by Gruber Law Office and Potawatomi Casino. Let me get my best, Ric Flair. Woo! Hey, look, joining me as we broadcast live, we got advocate Arthur Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Woo! Woo! Hey, ain't neither one of our voices hoarse enough. You know what I'm saying? Ric Flair's voice was kind of like hoarse.
Right. He was always yelling, so his voice was always raspy.
Absolutely. But ain't nothing like Ric Flair. Hey.
I think it's Hulk Hogan, then Ric Flair. After that, then everybody else.
Ravison, Rick Rude. Look here, don't get me started. Yeah.
Hey. If you in the chat, give me y'all best woo, I guess. Well, Elizabeth Brown, we had another powerful conversation. It's the blizzard, it's the blizzard weather. How you know you can't take the cold. You know you gotta
I ain't even going outside. Okay? For real.
Oh,
like
wow.
I'm over it, you know. But I know it's Wisconsin, however, like we was just in shorts.
Right. It was just 65 degrees a couple days ago? 70 degrees?
Yeah.
My grandma said, you're going to get pneumonia. Out there, one day dressing down and the next minute you got to, kind of get all of, kind of protect yourself from frostbite.
Look here. Because I was like, what? And then, so the sun was out the day after and it looked nice. But it was still cold. And, you go out there with your little cute jacket on.
Right.
I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's all bad. But,
hey, like I said, you got to, look, whoever controlling the weather button got to be fired.
Yeah.
How come all the misuse It's misuse everywhere.
Hey, I mean, and you know what, King? Like, I don't know what to say. Who, like you said, whoever is over harp, whoever messing, spraying the sky, and,
whatever they
doing all of this
Hey.
extra. Like, I don't want it. All I'm saying is let our son go. Okay, turn our son loose.
Turn the
okay?
son loose.
Absolutely.
Well, I got a question. I got a question because I posted a situation about some teens being in the club. And something happened with the bouncers. One of the teens got hurt. The family reached out because they're upset because they were able to get in the club, a group of teens, and now it's going all over the media. I guess there will be a story on it tonight from one of the media outlets. But like I said, here we go with young people, with young teens in the club, and a lot of people saying, "Hey, when they was younger, they was getting in the clubs too. This is not unusual."
I was, I was using my sister ID.
Come Liz, yeah.
Hey, but what comes with the territory also? Is the business still held accountable? Absolutely. Because again, we know that there's always going to be younger people doing things to get in. At the same time, too, the consequences that come along with that. Again, this kid, whatever took place, again, whatever transpired. Like we always talk about, for every action, there's a reaction. When you in the wrong place, and you somewhere where you ain't got no business, and certain things go down, again, you have to be ready to face those consequences. But at the same time, like you stated, when it comes to adults, when it comes to your business, your establishment, you have to make sure that there's safeguards put in place so these things don't happen. However, this has taken place. Do the family have a right to feel the way they have to that they feel? Yes. At the same time, do the business have a right to feel some type of way? Yes. But they also have,
that's why they got security. That's why they got people checking IDs.
You know what? But like I said, and I can say for myself personally, I use my sister ID. I memorize everything, and I was able to, get in and, rub elbows with the grown folks, But again, I made sure I knew I was there falsely. So I made sure I wasn't a part of nothing when the scuffling got the... Hey, I stayed out the way, But the reality of that is, if something were to have happened to me there, I'm quite sure my parents would have been upset because, like I said, businesses need to have those safeguards in place because the teens shouldn't have been there, so they are liable.
Well, I'll say this: I'm still getting information on this. I do believe when they peel the layers back, this could have been an inside situation where somebody was talking to or maybe dealing with one of the young peoples and letting them in, because they got a section, a $400, allegedly $400 section or $80 to get in, however they was doing it. But what I'm saying is, this sound like this was something where they got let in. Yeah, then they bypassed the rules and let these people in.
Again, at that, because again, I bartended for my second job for many years, and a lot of the bouncers will take, to skip the line, be VIP, but this is one of the outcomes.
Find out that one of them sugar daddies was trying to holler at Lil Liz.
Well, you already know they was.
Oh, wow.
Hey, but my granny told me that old men got worms, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't never...
Parasite.
Yeah. That was too much. I didn't want gummy worms.
Oh, wow.
But at the end of the day, though, this is, again, reality check for, again, the bouncers, the business owners, because I work for one of the top black bar business owners in the city of Milwaukee. Matter of fact, both of the top black ones, Arliss I worked for Arliss for over 10 years. You know, he was one of the pillars. He played for the Negro Leagues with baseball. Like, he had been in the game a long time. And again, as a business owner, you have to make sure that your bouncers are following protocol. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's your business. You're going to be held accountable for it. But again, like you said, I'm not surprised that it's an inside job that somebody, they was able to pay and do whatever. But here come the repercussions to that.
Right. If you get caught, it's a what they say, gamble big, lose big.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is why you have to make sure that you're screening the individuals that you got working for you as well. So they understand, you know what I'm saying, the liabilities that come behind that. But like I said, you know, you don't know until you know. And here we go.
Hold on, wait a minute. You had good parents. A lot of people trying to call out the parents for this type of behavior.
Again, like I said, what we can't do as adults is forget that we was once children. I had my mother and my father, and neither one of them played games. You understand what I'm saying? But that didn't stop me from taking my sister's ID and going to the club because I want to get in. I mean, good kids. I mean, you know, we missed that too. At the end of the day, it's a part of life. You know, that's how you learn. Again, I wanted to be grown too. Like, they was partying. I wanted to see what it was like. You know, at the end of the day, this is what kids do. You have to be prepared that the same things you did as a kid, your kids gonna try it as well. You just hope that there's safeguards in place where they don't wind up getting hurt, or they smart enough to know when to get out the car, when to get out the club, when to get out the way. But I mean, you know, it's all of being a kid. They're going to try things. They're going to step out on certain things. And at the end of the day, those adults, like we said, the safeguards should have been in place. I was real smooth. I was real smart. I knew how to move. I didn't get caught. And I mean, the rest is history.
All right. Well, LaRon in the chat says, when we snuck into the club, it's because that was the place to be, and we weren't going to mess that up by getting in no fights or having the club shut down.
And that is also facts as well. However, I can honestly say that when I did, because, you know, we would go to the hood clubs, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where all of the popping dudes and everybody was at, you know? And there's always going to be some type of incident that takes place. You just have to know, like I said, how to move, know when to move, know when to be in the way, and know when to get out the way. But the reality of it is, like I said, now that this incident has been highlighted, this is a reality check. You know, every time things like this is moved forward, it's for other individuals and this current business to make sure they dotting their I's and crossing their T's, because you have to have a backup plan. That's just like me with the housing insurance and stuff like that. Now that we just came off of that tragic flood and all that, now I'm redoing my home insurance. I'm talking different now, because I understand these little clauses and all of that other stuff. So again, every incident is to improve it moving forward or highlight it so other individuals can readjust and put the safeguards in place so this don't happen again.
All right. Well, look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts as usual, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with two. It's buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land a perfect two-piece set? Now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, weddings, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nick Avani's. Second floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout March at Nick Avani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do little wiggles.
The slate's coming in. What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you ain't know, I get the pesos. Got a lot of brothers, some of them play bros. They don't want to say it, but they hate Lowe. They all mad cause I got the Tory.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown.
Yes, sir.
The Oscars, Michael B. Jordan.
Hey, well, you are.
Michael B. Jordan got the role, the leading actor for Sinners. I thought it was a no-brainer.
Clearly, but again, we talking about the Oscars, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not act like, the Oscars haven't been whitewashed for the number 4 and ever with an A, okay? Hands down, man down. Sinners was one of the best movies ever produced. It spoke so much truth. Again, salute for making the right decision. It shouldn't have been that hard. It was automatic. At the same time, no matter how many strides we think we make, right here in 2026, for this to even be a topic of conversation, okay, lets us know that we are not far removed from what is still trying to be. However, salute to Michael B. Jordan, because he played, when I say the hell out of that role, he played the hell out of that role of him and his twin brother, okay?
Look, I'm going to tell you this. Ain't no way I'm fighting myself. 2 different characters, and it looked like he didn't miss a beat. I mean,
he didn't.
That was just amazing for as much interaction as he had to have with himself.
Come on.
Playing that role and making it look flawless. That's amazing. That was an amazing role.
Flawless.
Was nobody close. Was no role close to what he performed with Sinners. It wasn't even close.
Can't nobody compare, Again, it should never be that. Greatness is greatness, and that performance was greatness. I mean, there is no words. Matter of fact, that made one of my best movie of all times. I absolutely love that movie. It's so much truth. It was so much truth that it was scary, that was taking place inside that movie. And salute, I can't remember the person who's behind this whole movie, but he's a black guy too, and he did an absolutely amazing job bringing the forefront to the truth about, because again, when people talking about, voodoo and all of that, and it really just boiled down to our discernment, us being really tapped in with our intuition and things like that, and how, how we've been labeled to be doing voodoo that's outside of Christianity. Like, I mean, the whole movie in itself. However, he picked the greatest actor of all time because, like I said, Michael B. Jordan, salute to him because he did a hell of a job. And that's one of my top movies. Matter of fact, the number one movie for me at this point. I love that movie. I'm going to always love it. I'm going to show my grandson that movie, okay? Make sure whatever in the future that's coming that I'm able to show him that because it was powerful. So salute to him and salute for them giving him what was well deserved of himself without all the shenanigans that went on in the background.
Well, look, let me get your final thoughts on today's show. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation.
Absolutely. As always, King, you never disappoint when we're talking about dealing with real people in real time. Again, like this situation that's taking place. I think us as adults have to make sure that we don't get too far removed from what we used to do. Like we wasn't out here riding around, and stolen cars. Like, I mean, we all have did our shenanigans as children. And what we have to make sure we do as now adults and business owner, parents, grandparents, uncles, and aunties is understanding that kids are going to be kids. This is where the adulting have to come in and take place and make sure we're putting in safeguards. Because my father used to always say in his voice, he's like, I was born that night, not last night. I done been there, I done done that. So we can't forget that we've been there and done that to show these kids some grace, some mercy, but at the same time, also make sure that there's consequences for them going against what it is that they knew was righteous outside of whatever took place. Again, that child being harmed. At the same time, you're in the club, the bouncer is thinking that you're grown, whichever bouncer it was that did whatever. However, now that we know that that was a child, now it's time to put those safeguards in play. Everybody needs to deal with their consequences. This is the accountability time. And like I said, it's time to move on from there and learn. When we know better, we do better. And it's just time to do better. So salute to you again from being Johnny on the spot with everything that's going on in our community, because we have to talk about it. Because if we don't talk about it, it will be repeated. So salute to you
that's
for
why
making
I got
sure
these
that
glasses
happens.
on. I couldn't get no sleep. So much stuff going on in the city. I had to wear these glasses. My eyes was tired today. I said, look, I have to cover my eyes up.
Hey, you already know what I'm gonna say.
Hey.
Hey, can't stop, won't stop. However, like I said, make sure that you're doing what it is that you need to do, so you can prolong your life and not shorten it.
Well, I'm definitely gonna do what I have to do today. I'm going to sleep. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get me some sleep. I may not see nobody to the show tomorrow. I gotta come on the show tomorrow. I gotta get some rest. They worked me this weekend.
Do what you need to do, King.
They worked me this weekend. But look, like I said, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual. Hey, look, April 18th, say the date. It's the cleanup, the big community cleanup. It's gonna be powerful.
Sir.
It's looking like it's gonna be a lot going on this year. I think this is gonna be the biggest one.
Well, claim it then. Say that.
I'm just seeing the framework. I'm just seeing the framework where the prayers work. Yeah.
Hey, as it should be, because again, you've been working for a long time, so greatness is upon us. So let's get it, King.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for being on the front lines as usual, Queen.
Hey, salute.
And we got a lot of work to do.
One love.
All right, talk to you soon. Hey, look, salute to everybody that joined the show in the chat. Another powerful chat. If you have not joined the chat,